Good morning, students. Today's topic is Marquez theory. Marquez theory introduction is what is Marquez? Marquez is a social, political, and economic philosophy named after Karl Marx. It examines the effect of capitalism on labor, productivity, and economic development and argues for a worker revolution to overturn capitalism in favor of communism. Marxism posits that the struggle between social classes, specif- specifically between the bourgeois or capitalists and the proletariat or workers, defines economic relations in a capitalist economy and will inevitably lead to revolutionary communism. This topic objectives are: first is the main aim of Marx is to establish a stateless, classless society through the overthrow of bourgeoisie and the abolition of private property. Marx wrote that the power relationships between capitalists and workers were inherently exploitative and would inevitably create class conflict. Marxism is a social, political, and economic theory originated by Karl Marx, which focuses on the struggle between capitalists and the working class. Karl Marx Karl Marx was born on 5th May 1818. Marx is widely referred to as a philosopher, political economist, and a journalist. Marx was married to Jenny von Westphalen, Marx's close friend and fellow scholar was Friedrich Engels. Karl Marx died on 14th March 1883. Understanding Marxism. Understanding Marxism is both a social and political theory, which encompasses Marxist class conflict theory and Marxian economics. Marxism was first publicly formulated in the 1848 pamphlet and Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, which lays out the theory of class struggle and revolution. Marxism economics focuses on the criticism of capitalism, which Karl Marx wrote about in his 1867 book Das Kapital. Class conflict and the demise of capitalism. Marx class theory port- portrays capitalism as one step in the historical progression of economic systems that follow one another in a natural sequence. They are driven, he posited, by vast impersonal forces of history that play out through the behavior and conflict among social classes. According to Marx, every society is divided among a number of social classes whose members have more in common with one another than with members of other social classes. The following are elements of Marx's theories on how class conflict would play out in the capitalist system. Karl Marx's conflict theory: conflict between ruling class bourgeois and subject class proletariat over control of resources. Ruling class exploits the labor of the subject class in order to maximize profits. Subject class only own their labor and are looking to achieve highest wages possible for their labor. Ruling class owns the forces of production, materials, and goods used to generate profit. Conflict theory developed from the writings of Karl Marx, writings in the 19th century. It is a critique of capitalism as an economic system and the conditions associated with it. It is a class struggle between the bourgeois who own the means of production and the exploited proletariat. Profit is the accumulation of exploitation. In this picture, first is bourgeois, second means of production, next proletariat, and last is surplus value. Karl Marx society divided into two classes as a result of capitalism: proletariat and bourgeois. Marx suggested that the bourgeois was able to maintain control as it controlled the economy-based society's infrastructure, which means it also controls the superstructure of society. Members of the subject class are alienated from the product of their labor. Society would become increasingly polarized until the proletariat release its exploitation and revolt. Karl Marx went one step further and argued that starvation was caused by the unequal distribution of wealth and its accumulation by capitalists. It has nothing to do with the population. The population is depend on economy and social organization. The problems of overpopulation and limits of resources as and unsighted by Malthus are inherent and inevitable features associated with the capitalist system of production. Marx contention that food production could not increase rapidly was also debated when new technology began to give farmers much greater fields. French socialist E. Dupree, 1977, argued that an increasing population would serve innovation and development to solve problems, whereas a stable population would be complicit and less likely to progress. The Marxian approach is also referred as historical determinism. His theory of population growth is implicit and is implied in his general theory of communism. Karl Marx 1818-1883 was a German philosopher and founder of modern communism. His theory of population was termed as the theory of surplus population. Karl Marx completely rejected the Malthusian theory. While postulating his general theory of communism and scientific interpretation of history in his book, The Communist Manifesto and Inter and Das Kapital, he gave some ideas about population growth. Karl Marx 18 to 1883 is regarded as the father of communism. He did not separately purpose any theory of population, but his surplus population theory has been deducted from his theory of the communism. Marx opposed and criticized the Malthusian theory of population. Karl Marx criticized the capitalist economy, had a very different idea about population growth. For Marx, these social problems were not the fault of the poor workers, but the capitalist system that exploited them. Marx made the scientific interpretation of human history. He said, just like there are the scientific explanation for the physical phenomena, the same are there for social phenomena. He said the essence of history is change in the modes of production in any society, and his changes is always progressive. Marx considered the society especially feudal and capitalist society, has two major economic classes: the rich and the poor. Rich were those who have means of production and earned their profit by exploiting the poor. On the other hand, the poor were those who sell their energy and will work to these rich people in exchange of wages. The employers earn profit by exploiting the poor. This profit is known as surplus profit. According to Marx, in no country of world population increase on account of fertility, but it increase only on account of capitalist policies. The capitalists make labor part of their protection and still something out of that. By installing labor saving machines, a capitalist wants to have the maximum surplus value of that. As a result of this, unemployment spreads, wage detention, and poverty increasing. The poor population cannot nourish their children on account of their poverty. Thus, they try to increase the population by reproduction so that the next generation would also help them to generate extra wages. However, due to the increase in the advancement technology and assist labels the condition of surplus population and unemployment generates. This is the main cause of misery. He came to the conclusion that the main cause of the surplus population were nothing else but the wrong politics of capitalism. Marx was on the view that in the socialistic society, reproductive behavior would develop a complete harmony between the individual and the society. Marx suggested that for population control, fall of capitalism is the only mean and distributive justice, state control over resources can mitigate the food crisis. Thus, his theory is the socio-economic model of population control. And next is this diagram. This diagram is poverty circle. Marxism theory of population growth. Surplus labor, decrease in real wage, again increase the number of hands, then decrease the wage further, less income, then poverty. Poverty, why poverty need to increase more hands and growth of population. This circle is show the theory of population growth. And next is capitalist society is made up of two classes, the bourgeois or business owners who control the means of production, and the proletariat or workers whose labor transforms raw commodities into valuable economic goods. Next, ordinary laborers who do not own mean of production, such as factories, buildings, and materials, have little power in the capitalist economic system. Workers are also readily replaceable in period of high unemployment, further devaluing their received worth. And Marxism is a method of socio-economic analysis that use a materialist interpretation of historical development, better known as historian materialism, to understand class relations and social conflict, as well as a dialectical perspective to view social transformation. It originates from the workers of 19th century German philosophers Karl Marx and Friedrich and Engels. As Marxism has developed over time into various branches and schools of thought, there is currently no single definitive Marxist theory. Some Marxist schools of thought place greater emphasis on certain aspects of classical Marxism, while rejecting on modifying other aspects. Some schools have sought to combine Marxian concepts and non-Marxian concepts, which has then led to contradictory conclusions. It has been argued that there is a movement toward the recognition of historical and dialectical materialism as the fundamental conceptions of all Marxist schools of thought. The view is rejected by some post-Marxists, such as Ernesto Lachel and Chahat Mofi, who claim that history is not only determined by the mode of production but also by consequences and will. Marxism has had a profound impact on global academia, having influenced by fields including anthropology, archaeology, art theory, criminology, cultural studies, economics, education, ethics, film theory, geography, historiography, literacy, criticism, media studies, philosophy, political science, psychology, science studies, psychology, urban planning, and theatre. This is many subjects of these are the Borgias also employ social institutions including government, media, academia, organized religion, and banking and financial systems as tools and weapons against the proletariat with the goal of maintaining their position of power and privilege. Ultimately, the inheriting inequalities and exploitative economic relations between these two classes will lead to a revolution in which the working class rebels against the bourgeois seizes control of the means of production and abolishes capitalism. Thus, Marx thought that the capitalist system inherently contained the seeds of its own destruction, the alienation and exploitation of the proletariat that are fundamental to capitalist relations would inevitably drive the working class to rebel against the bourgeois and seize control of the means of production. This revolution would be led by enlightened leaders known as the vanguard of the proletariat who understood the class structure of society and who would unite the working class by raising awareness and class consciousness. As a result of the revolution, Marx predicted that private ownership of the mean of production would be replaced by collective ownership, first under socialism and then under communism. In the final stage of human development, social classes and class struggle would no longer exist. And next is to maximize profits, business owners have an incentive to get the most work out of their laborers while paying them the lowest possible wages. This creates an unfair imbalance bet- between owners and the laborers whose work they exploit for their own gain because workers have little personal stake in the process of production. Marx believed they would become elated from it, as well as from their own humanity, and resentful toward the business owner. This picture are superstructure and base theory. Superstructure in superstructures, these are in the education, religion, family, mass media, politics. These are the superstructure society. And base. What is the base? Relations of production. Bourgeois exploits the proletariat. A mean of production. All the things you need to produce and land, raw material, etc. All owned by bourgeois. Base, base shaper the superstructure and superstructure maintains and legitimate the base. This is the superstructure and base theory. Next, the bourgeois control the economic base and therefore control the superstructure. They attempt to keep the masses ignorant of their exploitation through ideological control, media, and religion. This results in false class consequences. Workers become alienated from the process of production, becoming a machine. Next, competitions lead to increasing level of exploitation. Therefore, it would even eventually self-destruct. A violent revolution was inevitable. Therefore, society would organize itself along communist lines where the mean of production was publicly owned. Social research is to discover the level of exploitation that exists. The political action was needed for a class war. In these pictures, exploitation, poverty, revolution, communism. Next is criticism of Marx theory. Criticism of the though Marx in sprite mul- multitude of followers, many of his predictions have not come to pass. Marx believed that increasing competition rather than producing better goods for consumers would lead to bankruptcy among capitalists and the rise of monopolies as favor were left to control production. Bankrupt former capitalists would join the proletariat eventually, creating an army of the unemployed. In addition, the market economy which by its nature is unplanned, would experience huge supply and demand problems and cause serves desperations. Yet, over the years, capitalism has not collapsed as a result of fierce competition. Although markets have changed over time, they have not led to a preponderance of monopolies. Wages have risen and profits have not declined, although economic inequality has increased in many capitalist societies. And though there have been recessions and depressions, they are not thought to be an inherent feature of free markets. Indeed, a society without competition, money, and private property has never materialized, and the history of the 20th century suggests it is likely an unworkable concept. This type of criticism of Marx theory, the theory of Marx was criticized like an increase in population does not necessarily lead to a decrease in wages. There are many socio-economic factors which are responsible. Population growth does not necessarily due to a decrease in wages. This may occur due to improved medical facilities. The theory of Marx is applicable only in capitalist society and not in other societies. According to Marx, the higher the wages, the lower the birth rate, but faith and religion may also play a significant role. This he did not consider. It is true to a great extent that in a capitalist society there is a surplus population or account of unemployment. But it is not to presume that under a socialistic system there will be no need to check population growth at any stage. Even in communist countries, population growth is checked on the pie that no mother should have more children so that their mothers so that their health does not deteriorate. In the erstwhile USSR factory workers were provided contraceptives in their factories so that the birth rate was kept low. If economic inequality is the main cause of the birth rate, then in these countries rates should not differ because these inequalities have come to an end. The necessity of family planning is felt in these countries. This is the criticism of Karl Marx, and Karl Marx underlying everything as the real basis of society is the economic structure. This structure includes the material force of production, that is, the labor and means of production, and the overall relations of production or the social and political arrangements that regulate production and distribution. Although Marx started that there is a correspondence between the material forces of production and the indispensable relations of production, he never made himself clear on the nature of the correspondence, a fact that was to be the source of differing interpretations among his later followers. And above the economic structure rise the superstructure consisting of legal and political forms of social consciousness that correspond to the economic structure. Marx says nothing about the nature of this correspondence between ideological forms and economic structure, except that through the ideological forms individuals become conscious of the conflict within the economic structure between the material forces of production and the existing relations of production expressed in the legal poverty relations. In other words, the sum total of the force of production accessible to men determines the condition of society and is at the base of society. The social structure and the state issue continuously from the life processes of defined individual as they are in reality, that is acting and materially pro- producing the political relations that individuals establish among themselves are dependent on material production, as are the legal relations. These foundations of the social or the economic is not an incidental point. It colors Marx's whole analysis. It is found in Das Kapital as well as in Die Deutsche Ideology, written 1845 to 46, the German ideology, and social classes. What are the social classes? Social classes is Marx distinguish social classes. So the basis of two criteria: ownership of means of production and control over the labor power of others. Following this criterion of class based on poverty relations, Marx identified the social satisfaction of the capitalist mode of production with the following social groups: proletarian, this class of modern wage laborers who, having no means of production of their own, are reduced to selling their labor power in order to live. The capitalist mode of production establishes the conditions that enable the bourgeois to exploit the proletariat as the workers' labor generates a surplus value greater than the workers' wage, and lumpen proletariat, the outcasts of society, such as the criminals, vagabonds, beggars, or pros- prostitutes, without any political or class consciousness, having no interest in national, alone international economic affairs. Marx claimed that this specific subdivision of proletariat would play no part in the eventual social revolution. Bourgeois, those who own the means of production and buy labor power from the proletariat, thus exploiting the proletariat. They subdivide as bourgeois and the Catholic bourgeois. Petite bourgeois, those who work and can afford to buy little labor power. That is, the small business owners, peasant, landlord, and trade workers. Marxism predicts that the continual re- reinvention of the means of production even would destroy the petty bourgeois, discarding them from the middle class to the proletariat. Landlords, a historically important social class who retain some wealth and power. Peace, peasantry and farmers, a staggered class incapable of organizing the effecting socio-economic change, most of whom would enter the proletariat while some would become landlords. Class consciousness denotes the awareness of itself and the social world that a social class purchases, as well as its capacity to rationally act in their best interest. Class consciousness is required before a social class and effect a successful revolution and thus the dictatorship of the proletariat. And these are the references of this topic. At the end of this topic, these references help of new knowledge of the Marcus theory. And next is the slide is multiple choice questions. First of all, first question is Karl Marx was born in France, Russia, Germany, Italy. The answer is Germany. Next question, the wages, labor and capital was written by Hegel, Engels, Steinel, Karl Marx. The right answer is Karl Marx. And next question is, which one of the following is not true about Marxian socialism? Capital is a theft. State will wither away. State promoters interest of all. State sides with the rich and not the poor. Is the answer is T. State promotes interests of all. Next question. Marx believed that in the present capitalist system of society, the number of workers will come down, middle class will become powerful, ranks of middle class will swallow, middle class will form the rank of the workers. What is the answer? Answer is D. Middle class will form the rank of the workers. This is the answer of this question. Next question. According to Karl Marx, societies have all along been divided between the rich and the poor, the educated and the elite, the religious and the educated people, the rich and the religious people. Answer is A. The rich and the poor. Next is, which theory among the following states that people are motivated by self-interest in the interactions with other people? A. Conflict. B. Exchange. C. Interaction. D. Structural. Answer is C. Interaction. And next question, according to Karl Marx, main cause responsible for the emergence of social class was economic, social, religious, political. Answer is economic. A is the answer of this question. Next question, social theory is A. About the knowledge of social universe. B. About the knowledge of culture. C. About the knowledge of individual. And D. About the knowledge of customs. Answer is A. About the knowledge of social universe. Next is Marx borrowed from Hegel. A. Materialistic philosophy, the labor theory of value, the ideal of stateless society, dialectical method. Answer is dialectical method. D is the answer. Next, Karl Marx believed that social change can be brought about by A. Revolutionary mean only, by spread of education only, and D. With the help of the both evolutionary and revolutionary methods. D is the answer of this question. With the help of both evolutionary and revolutionary method. Thanks all about the topic. Thank you.